All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you brothers out here laboring, enduring the elements, making your bodies a living sacrifice, trying to seal the elect, and also making your calling and election sure. And to you sisters out there, man, that are learning, listening, and applying, being obedient to your husband, shalom. So brother Zachariah coming back to you with another lesson on this windy Saturday. I don't know if you can see the clouds above, man, if it can pick up, in great detail, but they've been spraying heavily, man. They got those chemtrails all throughout the skies. Like, it's this morning, man, it was beautiful blue sky, man, clear, and they were at work, man, early this morning. And then when you come out and see, man, they got it all sprayed up. So, man, people gonna get sick. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen. Because there's so many theories of why they do it. But I saw a video last night where a guy was talking about it's killing. It went from killing like thousands per year to like million, like over 1 million, man, per year with them spraying the way they do. Like, these devils, man, are wicked. There's no telling, but whatever they are doing, it's going to come to, to the light. And that's why everyone's finding this devil out, because he's wicked, man. This man operates on the wickedness, man. Complete wickedness. But, the show must go on, man. We must come out, man, and make our bodies a living sacrifice. So, I'm out here with today's lesson, man, and it's, for what if some do not believe? And I'm going to say it again, for what if some do not believe, because, you're going to have a lot of people, friends, family, co-workers, just people out and about, you know what I'm saying? You try to tell them, warn them or tell them the truth of, this world we're living in and who we are as a people and everything. And a lot of them don't want to believe. But the scriptures tell you, it goes into great detail about that, that some wouldn't believe, and how to move about around people that don't believe, so we're going to get into that today. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with, we're going to go into the book of Romans, and we're going to go to the 3rd chapter, verses 3 through 4. So give me a second as I pull it up. I had an incident during the week, man, that actually inspired me to do this lesson. And we're going to get into that here in a little bit after I bring out a few scriptures to tell you why this inspired me to do this lesson. What inspired me to do this lesson. Okay. All right, here we go. Here is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verses 3 through 4. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So yeah, it says, for what if some did not believe? And you're going to have a lot of people that don't believe, because, you'll hear a lot of brothers, that are teaching and out in the highways and byways. They'll say things like, this truth is not for everybody, and we're not preaching, well, we are preaching it to the world, because we don't know who the elect are. But as they'll tell you that we're fishing for the elect, but we don't personally know who the elect are. Only thing we can do as servants of Yahweh Bashim Yoshai is preach this word out throughout the four corners, so it has to go out. This is why I get on brothers about having those private pages. They try to say things like, well, go to my YouTube, but I'm like, if that's the case, then what is your social media platform for? It makes me think brothers ain't up to no good. All your platforms should be open, man, because there's people that don't have YouTube. Some people don't deal with YouTube because it takes a lot of your data, especially if you don't have a good phone plan, which mine's is crap, but it's affordable. I'm not trying to have the best of this and that in this world, man. I'm just, hey, I get what I can get, man, and try to keep it moving, it works to where I could go get groceries and pay my bills. I'm trying to have that $100, $200 phone bill. I had one phone plan one time, and them phone plans, they get you, man. They try to put you in debt. And it I don't know how it was, but with AT&T, man, my phone bill one year, man, it came up to like $400. And I was like, what in the world? That's how they get you, man. They get you with that. So end up being like 100 and something, but now the plan I got now is like 50 a month, you know, and they give you a certain amount of data, which it works out. But when you are like watching YouTube and stuff, I realize it drains a lot of your data. So I'm like, man, but it is what it is, you know. But I was trying to explain it to brothers, and they didn't want to hear it. They just was trying to call themselves rebuking me, I guess. But you know, some brothers, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's water under the bridge, anyways. But yeah, for what if some did not believe? You know, like I said, a lot of people are not going to believe. I mean, hell, you know it's bad when Yahweh Shai's own didn't believe. Now, he had some that believed, but, you know, because he had family, he had brothers and stuff like that. You know, he had kinfolk. But did everybody believe? Absolutely not. You know? So, you know, just to prove that, we're going to go to the book of John here real quick. John 1 and 11. Give me a second. Man, there's so many scriptures. I jot a lot of them down, and I probably didn't even get them all, but I got enough, you know, and Lord willing, this be edifying. But some good scriptures, man, good precepts, just showing you, man, so that you understand that this truth ain't for everybody. Because you'll hear people say things like, how come we all can't come together, and oh man, you know, you can get so sensitive about your family, but you don't gotta understand is that your family, a lot of them are going to turn on you in the days to come. You know, the ones that don't hearken to this truth, when all hell break loose, they're going to turn on you, you know. And I can see my family doing that. And I'm going to show you why. Again, like I said, I'm going to show you here in a little bit, but I want to get these scriptures out first. But here's the book of John, chapter 1, verse 11. He came unto his own, and this is talking about Yahweh Shai, and his own received him not. You see? So, hey, that right there tell you, man. But Yahweh Shai, he knew this from the jump. That's why he said this right here in the book of Luke 4:24. So give me a second as I pull this up. Like I said, there's a lot of good precepts, man. And just want to bring these out so that you can get some clarity, you know, for the new people that are coming into this truth, and you get excited. Like when I got this truth, man, I was so excited. I got to sharing it with my family and everything, which that should be anybody, you know. But then you realize the way that they begin to reject it, and no matter how much proof you showed them and everything, they just continue to reject it. But then you understand that it's not for everybody. And brothers have did lessons on the you know, the 1/3 and the 2/3 and all that, which that would be another lesson I could bring out here, you know, maybe in the coming weeks. But yeah, you know, a lot of our people could be numbered amongst the 2/3, you know. So and then you got some that might reject it now, that might come into it later. So that's another thing too to think about. You know, you never know. But this, like I said, it's not up to us to see who's of the elect and stuff, because like I said, we don't know if we are of the elect. So we just continue just laboring and doing the work, man, and that's why it says make your calling and election sure, man. And then it also tells you to put on as the elect. So you gotta try to move as if you are of that elect, man. If you are wanting a position, ain't you gonna move in that manner to try to get that position? So you know, it's the same thing, man. But he said this, man, in Luke 4:24, and he said, verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his own country. Hey, so you're not going to be loved, you're not going to be accepted, you're going to be rejected. You know, I have friends that once I came into this truth, a lot of them were no longer my friend. And then I've had some pop up on social media. They'll begin to follow my page, and they don't see something they don't like, or you not, you know, who you was in the world. They'll unfollow you real quick and keep it moving. Or they might hang on just to see if they can find something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they think you fronting or something. Oh, he'll come back or whatever. You know, no. This is it, man. This is everything. Like, it's like my soul been waiting on this, man. You know, the world, man, it has nothing for me. It has nothing for me, man. There's things that I do want. I want a family. I want to have kids. I want all that, but I don't want to have it in this world, man. It's too filthy, man. It's defiled, man, and I don't want to raise children in this. And I feel for my brother. It's a blessing for him to have his son, but I'm like, me and him were talking the other day, and he's still talking about like how, these schools, man, making the kids wear dresses and stuff like that. And he said he'll be damned if they try to do his kid like that. But these schools don't care. They don't care what the parent think. They come off as if they the parent. Because a lot of times your kids are there 5 days a week. They spend probably more time there than they are with home. And you're working, so you might come home and be tired and stuff like that. So they're dealing with the teacher a lot, and the teacher can influence them. But don't put your trust in these so-called teachers, man. Because like you see what they're doing with the children. But moving on. Now we're understanding that there is something you must do next when you will not, when they will not listen to you. It's something that you must do. When you realize they're not going to accept you, they're not going to listen to what you got to say. It's something that you must do. And this scripture right here will tell you. This is the book of Matthew. In a second. All right, Matthew chapter 10 and verse 14. All right, and here we go. And whosoever shall not receive you, so when you preaching that word and they don't receive you or hearken nor hear your words, they're not trying to hear you. When you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust off your feet. So you must shake the dust off of your feet, man. So that's something that you do, man. Whenever you're dealing and you're trying to bring out truth, you showing facts, pretty precepts. You going precept upon precept, everything, man, and they're not accepting it. So that's the next thing. Shake the dust off your feet. So you most definitely, you got to keep it moving because, like I said, it's not for everybody, and you're gonna have some that they hear you, but they don't hear you, and then after you done said everything you had to say, they're gonna say you preaching hate and stuff like that. I've had that said to me. I can't even tell you how many times. And if they don't say it to my face, they'll put a post up, and they talking about me. They talking about me for what I'm posting and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Like I said, this truth is not for everybody. But man, it's a blessing, man. If you are in this truth, you in the know of what's going on, it's a blessing, and don't take it for granted. Continue in this work, man. But don't let them not believing. Don't let it get to you. Because you thank Yahweh Bashim Yahushua every single day that you obtain this knowledge and understanding, because he might be dealing with you, you might be one of those people of old, the elect, man. You might be of that precious number, those women that believed and stuff in the ancient world, back here today, so it's a blessing, man. So now that we got that understanding of shaking the dust off your feet, you're going to also come across scoffers. All right. So this is what really inspired the lesson. I had went to see my. I made a post on social media about my great grandfather. Man, he just turned 95. Which we don't do. I don't do birthdays. That's not Israelite custom. But my family, they all into that stuff. They're pushing it. I don't think he even cares about all that. He's probably just grateful to be alive, But I stopped by to see him because I love my great-grandfather. He's a good man. He always has some knowledge and stuff he can share, drop on you. But a lot of my family don't like to deal with him, man. And the crazy thing is, like, they see me, and even though they know that I'm not a Muslim or any of that, they make these jokes and always try to talk like they're eating food and you can smell the pork and stuff going on, and they're like, "You want some of this? Oh, that's right, you're a Muslim." And I'm like, "No, I ain't no Muslim. I told you before, I'm an Israelite." I said, "And so are you." And they're like, "Yeah, we know, we the Jews." So I'm thinking to myself, like, you know you a Jew, but you eating this pork after I don't put countless scriptures telling you it's not good for us, but you thinking that eating pork has something to do with being Muslim. It's in the scriptures, man. It's in the Bible that you supposed to be reading, which I don't think they've read it. But, you know, they was making jokes, and I didn't eat any food or anything. I was just there really kind of like see my granddaddy. And, you know, I chat with my younger sister a lot. You know, she looks out for me when things was getting rough over at my place. You know, I had told y'all the testimony. Didn't have hot water or heat for a while. And so I would go to her crib, man, and so that I could, you know, wash up and do laundry and things like that. You know, she's always a person, you know, don't mind helping, and she don't run around and tell everybody what she does for you. I'm just sharing it with you guys just to show, you know, like you're gonna have some people in your family, and maybe when things get tough, you know, on the elect, you know, they might be certain family members that might reach out to you because they know you're a good, genuine person. You know, he might put the spirit on somebody to help you when you're not able to get food and things. There might be some that do. Hey, it's going to be some, this is a heavy time that we're in, but we're going to see a lot of miracles, you know. Hey, man, we know the angels exist. They're real, you know, and they be, like I said, they be out and about and doing his will as well. You know, they're doing the work too. So a lot of them are fighting on our behalf, you know. You know, they made manna fall from the heavens, man. So, you know, it's all about having faith and enduring, man, because they're gonna definitely fight for us, man, for the elect. And Lord willing, we of that precious number. But yeah, it's gonna bring scoffers, and just to prove that, I'm gonna go to the book of 2 Peter's. I mean, I had an auntie, man. She rolled up on me and she's talking to me like, "You okay? Everything all right? What's wrong with you?" But see, I think a lot of that also goes into like the fact that she likes to gossip and make rumors up. And she went and she tried to tell my older sister that I was talking shit about her, and it wasn't true. You know, somebody else said something, but she put my name out there because she's cool with the other person, but she threw my name out there to cause tension amongst me and my sister. And so I called her out on it, but then she tried to act like she's all big and bad and tough, like because she's actually my great aunt, because like I said, my great grandfather's still living, and he had 18 children, so those are great aunts and you know, or great aunts and uncles, you know, but they act real funny. If you don't share their last name, which they're on my mom's side, if you don't share their actual last name, a lot of them look down on you like you ain't nothing. You know, that's how they act. Even if you, you know, y'all kinfolk. But, hey, I don't care. My family of those in this true. That's my kinfolk. For real. But this is the book of, this is 2 Peter's chapter 3, verses 3 through 4. Knowing this first, that there should come in the last days, all right, scoffers. These are people, man, you know, they mock, joke, talk shit, whatever, you know, walking after their own lust. Hey, they love that pork, boy. They was eating it and everything. They didn't care, but they want to make jokes and stuff, and they come to you and say, "Hey, you want some of this? Oh, that's right, it got pork in it. Never mind." You know, trying to mess with you. You know, making jokes, and I'm sitting there just looking like, I'm almost was like, why I even come out here? You know, I love my great grandfather, but man, I don't like to tolerate them, man, because they really making a stop amongst America and Babylon. They just love this. They love this place, man, and everything. So, not me though. I pray every day this place could come down and be destroyed. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. See, and this is a lot of their mindset. They might not actually say this, quote unquote, but they think it and believe it. You know, that's why they continue on. They're like, you know, he's not coming, and everything continuing on and as is, you know, and it's the same old. Y'all been saying this for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years that he's coming. you know, so they continue on, you know. And even though they go to church, they don't believe the words of this Bible, because you pulling up the scriptures, you know. But you know, it is what it is. All right, continuing on, we're going to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 5. Like I said, there's a lot of scriptures, man. A lot of good ones, man. Now, like I said, I might not have got them all, you know, but also for the sake of time, I ain't trying to bring out every single scripture, because, man, we'll be out here forever, you know. And for me, it's hard to get, the longer the video, the harder it is to get it uploaded, you know. But this is the book of Matthew. This is chapter 5, verses 10 through 12. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. See, man, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. I mean, I've been called all kinds of things ever since coming into this truth. For my name's sake. Or for my sake. Salakia, for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad. So you're supposed to rejoice and be happy when things like that come about, because that's a sign that you might be doing what you're supposed to be doing. For great is your reward in heaven. See, for great is your reward. There's a reward, man. You know. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. They persecuted the prophets, and this was our own people. You know, a lot of things happened to the 12, you know, the 12 disciples, man. You know, like I said, a lot of them were crucified as well. So one of them was upside down and put into captivity, you know, working until they just died. Just all kinds of madness they done to us, man. So, man, like I said, there's a reward for that, man. And you're on the right path. So you don't let stuff like that get to you. Continue to rejoice, man. Continue doing the work and just pushing the word out, man. Because there was a time we didn't know this, and then and the Holy Spirit allowed us to receive it, man. So it could be someone out there. They might not understand it right then and there. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verses 22 through 23. And this is pretty much going hand in hand with the one I just read in Matthew. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. So you'll get unfollowed, blocked, people won't call you no more, and stuff like that. Now, hey, I removed myself from a lot of company, because I knew then, once I came in this truth, it's like my spirit, man, I just knew, like, I won't be able to click with these guys. It's not going to work, you know. This just not going to work out, you know. Because I tried to tell them, you know, who we are and stuff, and they made everything into a joke. And I was like, nah, I got to remove myself from you. But it says, blessed are ye when men shall hate you. See, they will hate you. And when they shall separate you from their company. But they want to tell you quit teaching hate. But they hating on you. Come on, how does that work? And shall reproach you, and shall cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. And that's talking about Yahushua. Rejoice, see, once again, rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. Once again, for in like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Like I said, see, that's a precept going on with that, you know. They did the men of the Lord dirty back then, man, and that's the way it is now. That's why I was telling you, like I said earlier, you're gonna have family that turn on you and stuff like that, because we know that this devil, man, is going to come down with great wrath, and he's coming down on the world, but he's really coming after the children of Israel, those that have the testimony of Yahushua. It tells you that in the book of Revelations, you know. So just understanding that, you know, that this devil's going to come down on us, you know, because we're not going to bow down to his image, you know, his mark, which is this thing that he wants to put in you, this you know what I'm talking about. You know, we have to watch our words on here, you know, but you know he won't put that thing in you. So yeah, just want to be careful. But here's the book of John, chapter 15, verses 18 through 19. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you, because they hated Yahushua. Hey, don't nobody fool you, man. The world hated Yahushua. When he was on the scene, there were many that followed him, but many hated him, man. And it was our own people that got him crucified, man. They said, we have no king but Caesar. Come on now. Man, hey, it don't get no plainer than that. But they hated him before they hated us. You know, if ye were of the world would love his own. So if I was eating pork and doing all that kind of stuff, celebrating my birthday and all that, oh man, my family would love me. They'd be big hugs and all that. But they looking at you, everything okay? What's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong. I'm here to see my great-grandfather. What's up with you? You know, everything all right with you? That's why I was telling them, everything all right with you? Why is there always got to be something wrong? Man, life is good. You know, with this truth, of course. You know, of course, yeah, Jake go through hell, but hey, that's just part of it. I'm not crying or complaining. It is what it is. You know, but as long as I got this truth, it makes things much better, man. But yeah, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you, see, he chosen you out of this world. Therefore the world hateth you. So they're not chosen, man, but you are, you know, Lord willing, you know. And so a lot of times when you look at these scriptures and you fit in that description, hey, you could be of that precious number, man. And I'm not talking about the 144,000. I'm talking about the 1/3 in general. You know, the whole, you know, men, women, and children all together. You know, so you women out there that are listening and learning, man, and applying. Hey, you know, if this fits you, hey, you could be of that number. You know. Moving on, we're gonna go ahead and go to the book of Matthew. And we're going to go to chapter 10, verse 22. Give me a second as I pull it up. All right, here we go. And this one also goes along with what I was just telling you. Here in the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 22, it says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. You know, so it's talking about all men for his name's sake. You know, of all men, you know. So these are people of the other nations, you know, the heathen. Israelites are going to hate you. You know, you're going to be hated for his name's sake. But he that endureth until the end shall be saved. This is how you know Christianity ain't got it right. When they be trying to say, they'll go around, you know, one of the things they like to say is, I'm saved. No, you're not. And Esau knows this. That's why when you watch them little end time movies, I used to watch them back in the day before this truth, and you always notice that the pastor always be left behind, and it be a lot of people in the church still around. Like, how does that work? Cause see, Esau know. He know he playing the people, man. But yeah, man. He who endureth till the end shall be saved, man. So it's all about enduring, man. You gotta endure. Just continue to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Make your calling and election sure. You know, seeking out your own salvation, man. Endure to the end, man, so that you could be saved. So, all right, and now moving on here to the book of 2nd Ezra, and this is my final scripture. Like I said, Lord willing, this has been edifying. You know, these are good scriptures, man. And if you're new into this, man, always make sure you have like a notepad and pen. Jot these scriptures down, man. You know, this is how I did when I first came into this truth, man. You know, because you know, I was wanting to you know, I wanted to learn. So I was grabbing precepts and everything. And I'm still learning, you know. You don't learn everything within a year, 2 years, man. Hey, you could be in this thing 10 years, 20 years and still be learning. You know, it's so much, man. Because sometimes it ain't time for things to be unveiled yet, you know. And, you know, there's levels as well, you know. So, one of the brothers, brother over in the UK, man, good beloved brother, Otis, man, that's his name. he just did a lesson. He was talking about, like, just preach on what you know, the importance of preaching on what you know. And that's very key. If it's something you don't know, like I always admit, I don't know it all. And I'm not going to talk about something I don't know, just to make a lesson or do something, hey, because you could definitely butcher something, man, and you don't want that. You definitely don't want to do that. It's not good. So you just preach on what you know. Now, if someone asks you a question and you don't know the answer to that, send them to a brother that can answer it. And if that brother can't, then I'm sure that brother will find someone, somebody that may be more seasoned and been in this thing and able to do it, But yeah, we definitely don't know it all, like I said, but there's levels to this thing too. All right, here's Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 3. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speaketh against thee." For I'm gonna go on and go to verse 4. "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." So, a lot of them they are unfaithful and stuff like that. And if you don't know what that word incredulity mean, I wrote the definition down here in my notes. Incredulity is the state of being unwilling or unable. And unable as in, because Yahweh has blinded many people, and via through Satan, because Satan is nothing but an employee of Yahweh by Shemel Shai, who he kind of in a way is running this world right now, through the wicked, which that's Esau, Edom, but there a lot of people, they're not able to come into this thing because they've been blinded, so that's another thing to also remember. So don't feel bad when people don't believe. But incredulity again is the state of being unwilling or unable to believe something. That's what that means. So yeah, it's very, very key. That's why I call this lesson for what if some do not believe, because hey, they don't change nothing. The prophecies are popping off, things are moving along. We just waiting on some of these major prophecies here at the end to pop off. The implication of the MOTB, the collapse of the dollar, and this place beginning to be destroyed. In World War III taking place. There's so much weird stuff going on. They supposedly these spy balloons are being found throughout Babylon. Going back to Moab. So it's a lot of crazy stuff happening. And Russia's crazy, man. The UN, he's letting them know, man. Hey, they keep poking that bear, man. It tell you in the scriptures, man. Yahweh said, man, stir up the Medes, man, and they ain't gonna regard silver, gold or silver. They're gonna send them arrows over here, which we know that's the so-called, the missiles, But yeah, man, for what if some did not believe, Like I said, I got a lot of friends, family that don't believe and stuff like that. They'll say things like, "I just want good vibes. I just want to party. I just want to feel good, live good." And this, what's going to happen when all this stuff collapses? They're going to lose their mind because they ain't grasped on this truth that you've been pushing. But, be grateful, man. Be grateful for the choice that you have. So don't let that get to you, but you continue to walk into this on this path, man. All right. I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you, brothers and sisters. To the next episode. Shalom.